Early one morning the sun was shining, I was laying in bed, wondered if she'd changed at all. Her hair was still red. Though to take our lives together sure was gonna be rough. Never did like Mama's homemade dress, my ankle wasn't big enough. And I was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on my shoes. Headed out for the East Coast, for days I paid some dues, getting through. Tangled up in She was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. Helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. So we drove that car as far as we could, abandoned it out west. Split up on the docks that night, agreed it was best. She turned around to look at me as I was walking away. Then turned her over my shoulder, meet again someday. The avenue, tangled up in. Had a job in the great Northwoods, looking for as book as a smell. Never did like it all that much, one day the axe just fell. So I drifted down to New Orleans, hoped to be employed, working for a while on a fishing boat out outside of Delacroix. But all the time while I was alone, past was close behind. Seen a lot of women, but it never escaped my mind. I just grew tangled up in blue. She was working in a topless place. I stopped in for a beer, kept looking at the side of her face in the spotlight so clear. And later on, as the crowd moved out, I was about to do the same. Standing there in the back of my chair, saying, "Me, do I know your name?" I muttered something under my breath. She was studded lights on my face. Must admit, I felt a little uneasy. Stepped down to the laces of my shoes, tangled up in blue. Lit a burner on the stove, offered me a pipe. Thought you'd never say hello, she said you look like a silent type. Then she opened up a book of poems, handed it to me, written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. And every one of them words rang true, glowed like a burning coal, flowed off of every page, like it was written in my soul for me to you. Tangled up in blue. Live with them on Montague Street, basement down the stairs. The music in the cafes at night, revolution in the air. And charted in the dealer was slave, something inside her died. She had to sell everything she owned, it froze up inside. And then she finally the bottom fell out, I became withdrawn. The only thing I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on, like a bird that flew, tangled up in. Now I'm going back again, got to get her somehow. All the people we used to know, they're illusions to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are carpenter's wives. Don't know how it all got started, don't know what they lies. But me, I'm still on the road, headed down to the joint. sight of you, tangled up in blue. Thank you, sir. Where are we? Sister got lucky, married a yuppie, took him for all he was worth. Now she's a swinger, dating a singer. I can't decide which is worse, but not me, baby. I got you to save me. You're so bad, best thing I ever had in a world gone mad. You're so bad. Sister's ex-husband can't get no loving, walks around all facing her. Now he's got nothing, head in the oven. I can't decide which is worse, but not me, baby. I've got you to save me. You're so bad, the best thing I ever had in a world gone mad. You're so bad. But not me, baby. I've got you to save me. You're so bad, best thing I ever had in a world gone mad. You're so bad, you're so bad, best thing I ever had in a world gone mad. You're so bad.
Sorry, I drove off the reservation at the end.
That's okay.
It's all the site transport.
I drove down on 65, cruising down that old grapevine. Must have been doing at least about 95. Well, out there on the side of the road down, all broke down, and who do you think standing around this country singer alive? I'll fix your flat tire, girl. Don't you get your sweet country picking fingers all covered with oil. 'Cause you're honky, I know, but girl, you got soul. I'll fix your flat tire, girl. Well, I heard you had an adventurous youth, making love in a telephone booth. Even here you did a little stretching, Jane. But now you got a big ranch house at the bottom, 8, 9, 10 of them fancy cars. Every other week a check comes in the mail. So I'll fix your flat tire. Don't you get your sweet country picking fingers all covered with earl. You're a honky, I know, girl, you got soul. I'll fix your flat tire, girl. Now I heard all them records you did, making fun of us long-haired kids. Now you know we don't care what you think, girl. You're gonna call the world your home. You know you're gonna have to go out and get stoned, and better with a joint, with a drink, I think. I'll fix your flat tire. Get your sweet country picking fingers all covered with earth. But you're a honky, I know. Oh, but girl, you got soul. I'll fix you a flat tire. I'll fix you a flat tire.
Old Pure Prairie League.
All right.